hip abduction slides. The first thing we want to do is grab our mobility stick, and if we're doing our right leg, we want the stick to be by our toes, but to be at about 1 o'clock. We're then going to have the stick slightly angled toward our body. Same goes if you're doing left foot, left hand, 11 o'clock on this side. From here, we're going to have our arm locked out, pushing down against the stick, and we're going to lift our knee up into flexion. We're then going to rotate and abduct our hip out to the side. Now my knee is behind the stick, just barely rubbing it, but my foot is still touching the stick. From here, I'm going to think of pushing open my hip and pushing out against the stick. My knee is pushing into the stick, so I get a little bit more stability. From here, I'm going to feel my right glute firing. I'm then going to slowly, with pushing, I wasn't pushing enough tension down with the sticks, that was a problem there. Think of depressing your shoulder blade down and pushing against the stick. While we're in this position, torso straight, hip straight, I'm going to lift my foot up in the air as high as I can while pushing out against the stick, and then slide it down. It's a very short range of motion. You might not have much here, but the entire time we're pushing out against this stick with our foot, and we're really feeling our core engage as well as the outside of my glute. Slide up, slide down, nice and slow. I'm not just going up and down as fast as I can. I'm really trying to control throughout this range of motion and push out against this stick to really get that hip and that glute firing and prime that tissue for whatever we're getting through in today's workout. Again, stick's out in front of me. It's at about 1 o'clock here. Stick is slightly angling toward my body. Hip flexion, abduction. I'm now touching the stick. I create that tension. I push against it. And I now lift that foot up and down as I'm in hip flexion, pushing out. There you have it, hip abduction while in flexion, pushing out against a mobility stick.